Fellow Ambazonians, today na Wednesday, October 25th, 2023, and this one na the voice for na own pikin, Michael Nam. I wan come today with my usual daily briefing, and I go start for address this issue for the Ambazonia Liberation Tax for the last time. Let me say after today, una no go hear me I come for outside I talk about liberation tax for civilians dem for ground zero. Na only person wey e like you, wey e love you, wey wan make you succeed, wey wish you well, na such a person fit take e time e tell you the truth, e advise you when e be necessary. Once again, I wan tell my brothers dem for the Ambazonia Defense Forces, I wan ask dem say dey prefer for go through the risk for confront the Ambazonian civilians dem one after another for the demand liberation tax for them, rather than for target the multinational corporations wey dey operate for inside Ambazonia. Which one e truly be easier? The same risk and energy wey dem dey put am for confront the civilians dem for ask dem liberation tax, na that same risk wey if dey put am small, not even to the same measure, if they apply the same effort small for target companies, businesses, multinational corporations dem, banks wey dey operate for inside Ambazonia, they even stand a chance for receive far more, double than the amount wey they go collect am for civilians dem. Why they dey collect liberation tax? No be na because say they dey find money for take and sponsor the liberation war, for sponsor this struggle so that make we reach boya quick. Maybe they dey ask this liberation tax na for say the Ambazonian Governing Council go be able for pay them, at least put them under a stipend every month. Maybe they dey ask this liberation tax or tax rather, na say make they be able for acquire the necessary material for take and fight this war. I will put forth a compelling question for approach 100 Ambazonians for collecting 10,000 wey e go give you 1 million. Why you no rather confront one business wey e go give you 5 million or 10 million or even more? Come to think of it, these businesses, corporations, financial establishments dem, big businesses, super malls wey dey operate for inside Ambazonia, also their manager dey dey stay inside the same Ambazonia, no be so? Also their branch offices dey dey inside Ambazonia. Also their business assets dey dey inside Ambazonia. So wetin e stop the Ambazonia Defense Forces for make some of these things their priority? Na only person wey e love you na if he come for outside e tell you the truth. Now this message e dey go for any person wey e dey under the influence of my voice, whether you be my friend for ground zero, whether you be my family member, or whether you be my relative. I wan make you understand one thing. I no talk say no pay liberation tax. My advice e dey go na for the forces for say make they do the right thing, or make they do the thing wey I feel say e be best. I never talk say make no civilian e no pay, make e no comply. any place where you be confronted by the Ambazonia Defense Forces for Ground Zero or the Ambazonia Restoration Forces or even the APLC, their own forces, any place where you be confronted, they ask you for liberation tax, na your civic responsibility for you for comply. And once you comply, you get your right for demand for your receipt from them. When you take that receipt, you keep am. Once again, I dey repeat, whether you be my family member, my friend, or my close relative, na your civic responsibility for ensure say you comply with the liberation tax or levy any place where they see you dey demand for such. As a matter of fact, as God's willing, I go even ensure say my family members dey fulfill their duty as Ambazonian for comply with the liberation tax or levy. This one na the voice for una own pikin, Michael Nam. If you get this message, make sure say make you share am for your friends and relatives dem. I don come across video wey dey dey request for liberation tax from Ambazonian civilians dem, despite the advice wey I don give am. Na our brothers dem, they need to collect that money for their own interest. They dey collect that money for national interest. Therefore, as Ambazonians, we get the duty for comply. Thank you very much. I will go now for the next subject wey na this issue for border closure. When I become forth with the border closure on Wednesday border restriction policy with Ambazonia, with the French Cameroon government or the French Cameroon country, my focus be na say make we first put am for one day. If we put am for that one day for Wednesday, and then we'll be able for enforce am for see am say e succeed. In so doing, we go also put am, inject am for the knowledge for our people dem, make dem understand say na serious matter and make dem be able for comply. Person wey e get a business for inside La Republique, e go start take measures for relocate that business for inside Ambazonia. When we put am for one day, we go also enable our people dem for adjust their routine. That means say person wey be dey go for La Republique territory very often, e go put am for mind say every Wednesday e suppose for comply. I wan remind Ambazonians dem some of the things wey I be talk. I be indicate say once the border restriction e don be accepted by any defense unit, I no be bring am forth say na my personal thing. I bring am say na an idea wey I think say e stand a better chance for push we towards Ambazonia, towards the independence wey we define am. So any defense unit wey e sidon, e reason am, make dem buy the idea, dey run with am, because it is good for the national interest of Ambazonia. For come again, for can talk say no, this border restriction wey the Ambazonia Restoration Forces that they bring am now, e go put our people at risk, e go overburden our people dem. I think say e no go correct. I don think am carefully. I don use my divine instinct I think and say if I instead go with my emotions, it means say me too I go also join some my other brothers dem wey dem dey talk say the border restriction wey the Ambazonia Restoration Forces that they call am now, e go rather put burden on our people more. I bin don talk some other time say there is no policy wey we fit put am, wey we fit bring am for inside Ambazonia today wey e no go get an adverse effect, that means a negative effect against our own people. None, there is no one. If you know anyone, bring am out, tell me, call me for an open debate, maybe televised publicly, and I go tell you how such a policy e fit affect our people negatively. Any policy, there is no one. Any policy wey we dey bring am out, as a matter of fact, na also a part of sacrifice wey we get for put am for ensure say make we win this war. Yes, border restriction na a very good thing and na a tangible aspect, a very visible one way. In fact, e even get international ramifications. I mean say once we call for a border restriction, e go help for highlight our plight at the international level, given that we have a national or international recognized boundary with the French Cameroon country. So now wey the Ambazonia Restoration Forces, through their spokesperson wey na Willie and Gabonese, they don come forth for call for a border restriction for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. I wan talk say e be na a good thing, but yet once again I go talk say for any individual group for come forth, for put forth a policy wey you no do close consultation with other forces wey dey be concern, because this fight wey we dey fight na for all we. If you wan put any policy for ground wey you understand very clearly say this policy e get the tendency for affect other frontline movements, it means say na your sole responsibility for you for do consultation. So for this purpose, I go still once again call on the Dr. Samuel Ekomesako, a faction of IG, their administration and the Ambazonia Restoration Forces. I know say probably before Willie wan come out for come make out, well, before their spokesperson he wan come out for come make such an announcement, it means say probably e don be deliberated upon for their inner circle or for their defense department before they come outside for come make such an announcement. I dey call on the Dr. Sako Ikome administration say make they reach out to the other frontline movement, no be for beg them, for appeal for their support. This war, we suppose for fight this war as one people. If we join hand, any policy wey we take am together as a people, e go succeed. We stand the chance for succeed. But once one group e isolate itself, e try for institute a policy, there is a greater tendency or chance say that policy e no go stand the test of time. But when we do am together, A typical example na the one wey we don see am wey the APLC e be bring forth the 2 weeks national lockdown. We be see as wey the ARF, the ADF, dey be join hand for make sure say make e be a national success and the name for Ambazonia e be put for front. Na so wey any policy, anything wey we set for do am as a people, we go succeed. I wan also talk for the Ambazonia Defense Forces and for the APLC forces, those wey dey under the umbrella of the APLC, say make dem no kick against this national lockdown border restriction wey the Ambazonia Restoration Forces through the spokesperson Willie that dey call am for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Say rather, as a matter of goodwill, as long as na policy wey e dey push Ambazonia towards independence, anything wey e dey drive, e dey steer Ambazonia go towards Boya, e mean say we get for join hand, we support am. Rather, make the APLC or the forces wey dey under the umbrella of the APLC and the forces wey dey under the umbrella of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, make they reach out to the ARFs, ask them, how prepared are you? How una think say we fit support una for make sure say make this thing e work? Make we do am for the name of Ambazonia. Make we not talk say, oh, because say they do am, they not tell we, so make we isolate ourselves. Not all the forces were contacted when the APLC be called for 2 weeks national lockdown, but yet they be join the support. At the time this for show say we stand with one another because we dey fight for the same thing. If we join hand, we support this national lockdown for Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, e go benefit Ambazonia or e go benefit La Republique? Obviously, e go benefit Ambazonia because e go push we towards independence, towards the liberation way we define am. It means say na a good thing. I no wan make this message over long. I go stop for here. Once you get me this message, make sure say make you share am. This one na the voice for our own pikin, Michael Nam. Short live the Ambazonia liberation struggle. God bless Ambazonia.